Hi, my name is Dee, and you're watching Dee True Crime Commentary. This is the property of Randy P. Hill, age 51, a Van Hill Road. And it looks like where they do trees or plants. It looks like where they cut down trees, so it looks like a yard service place. That matches the property we're looking for. And I think we have a match right here. There's a pond, and I can't show the address, so I had to cut some of this map video out. We have little access roads. We have a shop, a barn and a shop. Looks like trees, cut trees laying on the ground. Looks like they haul tree logs. Let's go down the fence line a little bit. Go over the property. This property is very interesting because it has little dirt roads all over it. All over it. I'm glad it's showed in the wintertime. Well, we wouldn't be able to see anything if it was all, the trees are all branched out. There's a field, plowed field, one field. See the little, like, dirt road going down through there? It looks like a wash. You can see it goes back on in there. And you can tell the vehicles have been going down that road because you can see the tires, where the tires made the tracks. So it's used. It's not just sit there collecting dust, as Hunter would say. Very interesting. I didn't want to add an address because I don't even know the address. I know the address of this property, but I can't show it because they'll take my video down. Until we know what they found in their search on the 13th, we don't know what we're looking for. We're just looking at a property. But we have no idea what they found or how this place might be tied to the Summer Wells case. And they're not going to tell us what they found. They won't tell that until court time comes, if there is a court time. Now, I know I don't have bad ears, and I know at the beginning, in the first year of this case, I heard Fred Hill tell Ziggy, Andy Paul. He didn't say Randy Paul, he said Andy Paul. And I want to know why Fred Hill said that. Like, I know I'm getting pretty old, but my ears do not fail me, nor my eyes, if something is put in front of my face. My ears are good ears. If you heard Fred Hill say Andy Paul, please write it in the comments. In fact, until recently, in the last week, we haven't heard about Randy Paul at all. We heard about Andy Paul. Why is that after 4 years?
Screenshots of some posts about this Andy Paul. About what Ryan had said, I guess. Stepdaughter, really, right?
Yes. I mean, it was like the next day after when I found out immediately, it was the same day that he ended up leaving the property. As soon as I found out he had gave her weed and alcohol, because I went and confronted him about it.
It only took about 10 minutes to do the required research to resolve the fact that Johnson's criminal charges as far back as 2001 required regular address registrations with his parole officer in the registry, or he would be rearrested. He said from 93 through 2024, Johnson has lived in Cleveland, Tennessee, which is roughly 165 miles, 2 hours and 40-minute drive from Ben Hill Road. His last registered change of address within the town of Cleveland, Tennessee itself was in 2003. And if he didn't leave the town, he moved to a new street. He could not have attempted to stay 165 miles away without informing his parole officer, and TBI would have already known about this. Fried has lied once again. So he put Fried has lied once again, attempting to drag yet another name into the Summerwells case since his accusations of Cotton and Andy Bernard have failed. Oh, have they failed? They failed. A monthly subscription to a background check service is very cheap. If anyone plans to publish any future accusations from Fred, please invest in one. Okay, so do you really think that it's not possible that this dude could have stayed at other addresses besides the one that's registered to him? You really? So you think that it's that, oh, this guy's not a criminal. Did you see this guy's charges, Ryan? You're sitting here and trying to defend this guy like he is some kind of like good dude that we're dragging through the mud.
Ziggy, Fred sat there that whole time. Fred has been sitting there for 4 years, telling half-truths. Y'all were saying Andy Paul. That's a fact. Now we find out it's Randy Paul Hill. Well, why didn't Fred Hill tell us it was Randy Paul Hill from the beginning? We went through all these Paul Hills. I spent 1,000 hours researching Andy Paul. That is one thing that's been against the Summerwells case since it started. All these people that could be suspects out here talking about this case, putting the ideas across that aren't even true, telling half-truths, telling names, using the middle name and the last name. He didn't even tell us the last name was Andy Paul. That's what Fred Hill said when he talked to you in January of 2022. This just goes to prove that Fred Hill isn't a liar, but he sure don't tell the whole truth. He let them sit there and argue and fight with each other, and he knew the whole time the guy's name was Randy Paul Hill. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you're wondering who the guy is and the little baby, that's my nephew and his little baby. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share, and join my memberships. Y'all have a good day.